Hello, what's
What
up,
up?
guys? I'm
What
Mickey
up?
Ali,
I'm Sir Ali.
and we
We're
are
brothers
Brothers
Ali.
Ali. So, for this recording, we're going to talk about the latest from David Leitch,
The
The Fall
Fall
Guy.
Guy.
So, yeah, this is apparently one of those movies that is like inspired by an old TV series. Previously we had so much more like the prime example would be Mission Impossible is based on a TV series, and the A Team is also based on a TV series. This is another
Don't forget
one.
about chips.
Cut chips. Okay, all right. They're also based on the TV series, and this one is also based on a TV series, which is very very stunt centric apparently. So this movie is by a stuntman for stunt lovers.
Yup.
Yeah. So David Leitch has been working on so much stunts throughout these days. And he works with, I think he's close with Chester Stahelski and Keanu Reeves. He's like part of Keanu Reeves' team in The Matrix, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. So now this is his turn to actually, write a love letter, direct a love letter, to be precise. And this is it. The Fall Guy.
And before you ask the question, no, Ryan Gosling did not do all his own stunts. I think he do some stunts,
Yeah.
but not all.
But I think it's understandable. Right?
Yeah, that's the point.
Alright.
The life insurance stuff, okay? If it's like a stunt guy, it should be cheaper. If it's like a, the big star. The stunt thing too is like kind of misunderstood. It's not about like these people are cowards, they're not going to do their own stunts. But no, these people have other movies to work on, other stuff to do. They can't manage to get hurt and get bogged down by all these like
Yeah.
injuries.
Yeah.
That's why they need to minimize the damage and let the stuntman do the work.
Yep.
In the case of Tom Cruise, that's by his own choice to
Yep.
do that thing.
He wants to maximize entertainment, so he feels like he has to do everything himself. But not everyone is Tom Cruise. So there's movies like this to shed a light on that situation, right?
Yeah,
Although in a comedic and very fun way.
it is.
So it
It is
stars
so fun.
Ryan Gosling as Colt Seavers. Okay, I mispronounced his name during
Colt
my
Seavers.
my review with Buzz Pop. I mispronounced his last name, so it's Colt Seavers. All right. So he's like the titular fall guy or the stuntman
And
who
then
who falls in love with an initially low ranking crew member Jody Moreno, played by Emily Blunt.
yeah,
And then a significant occurrence happened to Ryan Gosling's Colt Seavers, and then he had a big job and he reunites with Jody, but on a bitter start.
yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, the whole movie is him trying to repair his relationship, while at the same time, he was called back for a reason
Yeah.
by his ex manager, Gail Meyer, played by Hannah Waddingham,
Yeah.
fresh out of Ted Lasso.
Yes. And yeah, he's the stunt double closely working with the fictional actor Tom Ryder, played by the returning Edward Johnson, who was previously in Bullet Train,
Yeah.
also directed by David Leitch. So that's why I said returning. So there's like a conspiracy going on, and we got this movie. Yeah.
Yeah, not to forget another kind of important character,
Okay.
Dan Tucker, played by Winston Duke.
Oh yes.
He plays
yes.
the stunt director of the current movie.
Yeah. That Jody Moreno is working on. Yeah.
Yeah, when they fast forward in the future, Jody Moreno is making a movie.
A directorial debut. Yeah.
Yeah, and without her knowing, without her being privy to it, Gail Mayer, Gail Meyer or Mayer, got Seavers back
Yeah.
as the
Him back,
main stunt guy.
yeah. So there's the tension, and then there's like some like I said before. So that's the Fall Guys premise. And yeah, I mean the premise is depending on who does it, it might not be as compelling, but I guess somehow David Leitch, he has been working on like many kinds of facets of action movies. They have action thrillers like Atomic Blonde, which does not really work for me. It's mostly an action thriller, and there's a bit of like a throwaway romance there. And then there's Bullet Train, which is a fun ride through and through. It's
Oh
a funny
god.
action comedy.
Bullet Train, you have to watch it, man. It was so good. It's so
Yeah.
goofy. It's like um his attempt at making a Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah. You can say that. You can say that.
And dude, he stars Brad Pitt in one of the most, I would say, like, he's a pacifist character.
Yes.
It was so funny because he's not his usual cool self.
Yeah. He's very clumsy and everything. And
Yeah,
this time,
it's so fun.
he's working on like something quite. I think I don't know if other people does this. I think there are people who does like rom com mixed in with action, but not as well as this one. I think.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the closest you can compare these two in the cultural zeitgeist has to be Tropic Thunder, because it's like a meta movie where they actually put kind of like these people in actual danger
Yes.
on set because they are stuntmen. There's no other way around it.
The
They
actors that in that movie, in that case, they're actors putting in that situation, dangerous situation. Yeah. But this is focused solely on the stunt team and the stunt work that people do, and the menial tasks and the things they have to endure, plus move some movie tension here and there to make it a movie, an enjoyable one. So yeah.
The progression of this movie is really fun.
Mm.
If I am to say, the story is a little bit thin, but I think that's by design because they want to sell on all the stunt stuff and the romance and everything like that. Those things that are done well, and nothing in this movie, mind you, nothing in this movie is original.
And
All
no.
of it you've seen before, done time and time again, but it's done well.
Yes.
I mean, the stunts, not just like if you want creative stunts, still have to wait for another, John Wick adjacent movie, or
Or a Mission
maybe,
Impossible edition movie
yeah, or
for
Redemption adjacent movie.
yeah.
But um, in terms of like the act of perfecting
Stunt
stunts
craft.
that stunt craft that has been done over and over again,
Yes.
this is it. This is the movie. They do it really well, and from the looks of it, very safely, while at the same time feels very punchy.
And also I like how like the very grounded everything feels, despite I mean, you can see like how the stunt and action flows in camera. You see how everything connects. This is like the same thing with John Wick and the fighting hand to hand gun fu style, but this is on the side of like stunts, how the stunts connect. Everything makes sense. Everything is like somehow they make it feel like if I'm a stuntman, somehow plausible. It's all plausible. There's everything is like grounded. You can see every single like I don't know like there's like a shovel scene which is like already in the teaser poster. They connect it to like some sort of like I don't know machine. You see how it happens and everything just makes sense. And it's like at the same time you worry for the level, like you're also rooting for Ryan Gosling to survive the ordeal.
And
Yeah.
then it's like a lot of behind the scenes stuff too, so you can
Yes.
learn quite a bit how they do the effects that they do. Even when they capture the story, the picture that they choose to show us is not the typical what do you call it thing, I would say colorized scenes. In fact, you get the raw one, like when you see um random pictures of when they're shooting something. Not so much leaks, more like they say, okay, this is what they look like on set. Like, here's the costume, here's Crossbones, here's Daredevil now. It looks raw like that.
Yes.
They keep it raw, so you can kind of see like when the movement goes. You can see, okay, this is where you put the special effects. This is where you hit them almost for realsies but using foam. Okay, so you have like the dots or the characters' faces. That's when you can replace the stuntman face with the with the main actor's face. So
That yeah.
they also introduce AI in this one.
Yeah, I think it's like trying to like warn about the use of AI. So they have a very heavy commentary on that and how exaggeratingly, because this is a movie, how it can, you know, lead to like something that is of like uncalled for and, you know, could be dangerous for everyone involved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in terms of like framing someone and everything like that. And this is not a new conversation. I mean, like early on when Netflix just came, to this country, BoJack Horseman was out. It was already do this commentary where they scan the face of the stunt person, and then they scan the face of the main actor, and then the stunt person do stuff, and then they just
They superimpose. Yeah.
superimpose.
There's a big commentary on that, and they put it to good use to the story, which is very nice. And
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, so we talk about all the AI stuff, but yeah, I and also as we said before, this is all about like the intricacies of behind the scenes of stunt work, right? But also at the same time, since this watching movie, they also educating us on how to like punctuate a certain scenes to make it like, you know, educating us on how to make certain scenes work in a movie. So for example, there's like a very cute but really cool scene between I'm not gonna say what the conversation is about, but it's between Colt Seavers and Jody Moreno in a split screen. That was so cool, man.
oh god, that was so cute and well coordinated. It's like
Yeah.
that's the thing. The movie is all about stunts, but there's an actual technique that's not in action movies. It's in love story, and that part is also done well.
Yes.
It does not split. The movies from, okay, we're gonna do stunts real good, and then we're just gonna throw in a bunch of romance. No, no. The romance is the anchor of the whole thing, as is very much in the movie, including the editing style of what
Yeah.
you would see in the typical rom-com. And this is like, okay, I tell you who this movie is for. Like straight up, just three types of people: people who love stunts, people who love action movies, right, and the typical line as storytelling, and romance fans, especially people who were like fans of Ryan Gosling early on.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, in
He's
the
like,
Notebook days and whatever.
yeah. Yeah, speaking of the guy, again, his Ken-ergy is just, there's so much fun in this one, you know? He's very nice.
I mean, not just him. I mean, Emily Blunt too.
Yeah, she brings in her A game, yeah.
Yeah, and I won't spoil anything, but you're gonna see more out of her than just like the love interest. There's so much more to, like,
Yeah.
it, it's kind of weird, but it feels like if you see the movie, they're both the main characters.
Yeah, actually,
It's
yes.
very good. It's done so well. It blends so well. Even when they are apart, there are like instances where you can see how what they do and what they
Separately.
say
Yeah.
separately is like like they have like intertwined, like what do
Yeah.
you call it, thing, path in life,
Yes. Right. So yeah. Of course, there's
which
like
is of
the,
course talking about destiny. Okay.
yeah, and we're talking about, you know, I think at one point I got cut off because this pre-editing. We were talking about an intelligence or something. Was it?
Oh yeah.
All right.
So Eden Telly Johnson, he, I wouldn't say play he doesn't carry the movie or play a pivotal role, no,
No.
but he does play a really fun character that I wouldn't say that he is irreplaceable, but what I'm saying is he really understood the assignment.
Yes.
He really had a lot of fun, and he plays the anti Aaron Taylor Johnson typecast.
Yeah.
It's like the worst version that we've seen him before. He is not the guy in Tenet.
No, it's
Not at
not.
all. He's not the guy in Bullet Train. He is you know
I can see the character is kind of a tool, isn't he?
yeah.
Yeah. Let's call it that. Yeah. Without
It's
spoiling
like,
anything.
so the story is like he's supposed to be the main actor, right?
Yeah.
So if you see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so you see Leonardo DiCaprio, right? So he's the main guy, he's the face, he's the actor,
Yeah.
and then he got his partner who's the stunt person, Brad Pitt,
Yeah.
right? So this is basically Cole Seavers, Ryan Gosling's character, is the Brad Pitt to Aaron Taylor Johnson's Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yes.
and it, They couldn't be any more different.
Yes, at
Oh
least
god.
there's like some sort of chemistry and like camaraderie between the characters of like Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt in Once
Yeah,
Upon a
which
Time in Hollywood.
apparently is supposed to be the norm, right?
Yes,
Like these stunt people, the main the thing is they can have backup stuntman, right? But for the most part, these stunt, like every single actor have their own stunt person, main stunt person that looks the most like them. They have
yes,
the most likeliness, and the with the ratio of do really great at doing stunts.
yes,
So that's why they have to have that this kind of like buddy relationship.
yes.
But in this one,
It's kind of only implied, right? It didn't show. They say that they're like buddies, like bros, but when you see it, when you see the movie, not really, not really.
but it's by design. It's not bad writing or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
Because the character Tom Rider, the intelligence character, is meant to be like a kind of a douche.
yeah.
And dude, oh god, I love Ryan Gosling so much. You have to understand. Um, he's the actor that whatever movie he's in, I was never disappointed. I mean, people have been like giving praises to Al Pacino or even Robert De Niro. But for me, it's Ryan Gosling. Um, you can say because of his like recency bias or whatever. But the thing is, I tried watching all of these classic movies and all that. When I come to like Ryan Gosling's picture, I am, oh god, I always love how he can act even with just his eyes. I didn't see the other Blade Runner, but from what I saw, again, he acts with his eyes. He's great in Drive.
And right now he's getting more into more and more mainstream stuff. And the last, I think he's kind of like this his personality in the character of Code Silvers kind of reminds you of like his character in the Nice Guys,
Yeah, nice
doesn't it?
guys.
Yeah, his comedic delivery, his
Oh
comedic timing
god,
is very cool, very nice.
he's I don't know if as a person is down to earth. I'm glad that he finished that. He won't eat the cereal meme after the
Yeah,
death
yeah.
of that, was it that
Meme creator.
yeah, the meme getter was also a director, if I'm not
I'm
sure.
not sure.
I'm not sure. Like yeah, it was a fun meme. But he is very down to learn.
Yeah,
He's always willing to do something different. I mean, in Barbie, he had a lot of fun. He let his hair down, but then when he has to get serious, he would.
I mean, even in the pitch of Barbie, he said, "Why does he want to be Ken?" He just said this story. He saw his kid like stepping on the Barbie and like put breaking off or something. I don't know. Something bad happened to the Barbie, and his kid, destroyed the Barbie. I think it's a Ken doll. So the pitch for him to Greta Gerwig, the story of this Barbie must be told.
Yeah.
So that's why he got the right
Before we
part.
move on to like
So yeah, Ryan Gosling, he's great, and for when the time he does have to do stunts, we see him, he commits. He commits. We love that
yeah,
for him.
yeah, you can see like the ones that are obviously him. And then dude, even Eden Taylor Johnson, like towards the end, we see like a, what do you call that thing? Outtake. There's supposed to be a scene like of a
Oh,
fight,
okay.
right? In a helicopter. And then he fell.
Oh,
He fell out
I
of
did. The
the
outtakes that
helicopter.
which on the credits, I
Yes.
didn't see that. So
He fell out of the helicopter. Or the person who fell out of the helicopter could be just another stuntman. That's the beauty and magic of this line of work, when there's a combination of people who recruit lookalikes, the lighting, the editing, the makeup, the stunt work all coming together to create something that normies like me especially can sometimes not even detect who's who. So to know who did what when, we're better off looking at the credits. And I could be wrong with these things sometimes. Of course, that he there's like a place for him to stay on without spoiling all that much, that he's not supposed to fall, but he did fall. A lot of people, including the main actors, actually do the brunt work of actually doing these stunts, which is like a fun synergy you want to have, you know. That everybody is coming together, not just the stunt people, but also the main actors. They also have like that cheesy, stuntman assemble scene, and
Yeah, that's totally like I don't know
yeah,
because Winston Duke is in MCU,
yeah.
so
There's
it's totally a Avengers Assemble type shit, you
yeah.
know.
Even there's one guy who straight says to the screen like in a meta way, "I love my job," and you know what? We will like that job too. Like at that point and moment, I think the entire audience will be you too if you go watch this movie in
Yeah,
cinema only. Okay, don't watch it at home. It defeats the purpose, especially for the first time watch it in cinema. Dude, you do want that job.
you know what? For this movie only, because Ryan Gosling is the guy for literally me. You know what? I'm gonna put that guy, that stunt guy, that pyrotechnics guy. He's my literally me. I mean, he's your literally me too, because everyone wants to be him at that point because he blows stuff up. Woohoo!
Okay, let's talk about Emily Blunt.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, Emily Blunt. Edge of Tomorrow, is it? Oh, that
Oh damn
you know
that
that scene in the trailer where she does like a
yoga.
yoga move.
Oh
It's
god.
like, oh god, and then you find out like she's the wife of
Jim Halpert.
Jim Halpert from The Office, and
Oh
then like,
god.
wow, that's I didn't like. I don't know that they were compatible
And
because
also it works because she's also I think works in rom-coms.
uh
So she's like the perfect foil or the perfect match for Ryan Gosling's
I mean,
Gold Silvers.
she acts with her husband, right? In
Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place, and she plays a mother. She plays in the past like a love interest and whatever, and then she plays action movies. Just like Ryan Gosling, she has a great portfolio to prove that she can do anything. And dude, she do a lot of things in this movie.
Yeah.
She's good. I mean, I'm not saying it just to, oh, we say stuff about the ghost in now, let's talk about Emily Blunt too. No, I was saying they
She pulls
both
her weight. Yeah,
they
she pulls her
both
weight
carry
too.
the movie together.
Yes.
Like, that's the reason why they're side by side
In the poster.
in the poster, because they basically have almost the same amount of screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, Colt Seavers as a stuntman would do more actiony stuff, but Jodie Moreno, she does a lot too.
Yeah.
And there are things that for Emily Blunt fans who've never seen her done before, in this movie she does really really well.
And if you ever work on a set before, I mean, I'm not a director, I'm an assistant director, but I don't do much work because at the time when I was studying, I was sick. So I was like, I was, sneaking out of work most of the time for my assignment for short film production. But yeah, to work on a set, it's not an easy task. So I get why, with the emotional baggage that Johnny Moreno had with Colt Seavers prior to his big um thing that happened to him, right? To have that and to have him back, and that was like extra burden on her because that she's doing her directorial debut and trying to manage everything, and then trying to like work with a bitch of a producer, Gail Mayer, and everything. At the time she doesn't know it. um yeah, it's gonna take a toll on anyone at all, and especially like a director, because director's job is to make sure everything that is according to her vision. If it doesn't work, you know depends on the director. The director might see as, oh, this is a masterpiece, even though it's not how I wanted. Some person might be like, why is it not how I envisioned it? Why? Because I've been there. There's like a situation where the director was there, we were shitting on the movie, and he was like psychologically broke down, man. So it's not an easy job, and I think to do, and I think Jody Moreno captures that.
Especially when you work on like
Yeah,
months and months on end, and
yeah,
that before that it takes years to not only write the script, to get people to actually read the script.
Yes.
And then that's just the treatment. Then you have to do drafts. And then
Yeah.
you
And then
have
there's
to
the
do like
editing
the
and
final
everything.
version of it. And then
Yeah.
you have to adapt it to screenplay. And then you have to make sure you have to find the right people to find the right people.
And then
They need to know how to recruit. And then when you recruit, can they do the job? Do they look the part?
what
Do
comes on
this,
set
blah,
that
blah.
you can expect.
Yeah, accidents and all that.
Yeah.
Pyrotechnics and all that.
Yeah. So it's yeah.
Dude, and there's this thing where, okay, yeah, the thing about the story, it goes straight into how Cold Savers is very much in love in Jody Marino and vice versa.
Yes.
They've been dating a while and it is very much not a secret. So later, when they come back together, it's still not a secret.
Yeah.
Then more than ever, she just straight up like have a heart to heart in front of everyone. That was a very fun scene. And
Yeah.
everybody is like trying to chip in and they don't all react to it in real time. It's like everybody knows everybody. And it's a
Yeah.
fun thing. And because it's not a stupid will they won't they. That's the thing. It's rom-com, but it's not the typical rom-com. It's not a
Yes.
will they won't they.
They already put.
They already were old flames,
Yeah.
right? So they're rediscovering, right,
Yes.
how they can fix this.
Yep.
You know, it's so beautiful how they just explore it. They're not shying away from it. They're not pretending that, oh, this is about stunts. It has a flavor of romance. No, it's like the stunts and romance, they're like all intertwined, all pieced together beautifully. I love that. And you know, other than that, that already feels the stunts feel plausible. The romance feels plausible because they've been there before, right? So when they like, there's scenes where someone is crying listening to, you know, Taylor Swift in the car. Like you can feel that even though
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
never been there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Now that we talk about you talk about the filmmaking stuff and all of that. I think an important component of a movie is music.
Yeah.
And oh god, I love the hook. I love how they use this one song that is like the hook and the heart and the anchor of the entire movie. It's Kisses I Was Meant for Loving You. Yeah.
And we heard it before in another movie apparently that uses it recently. Was it like,
I think it's called Not Minus One.
okay, in Not Minus One?
There's a scene where you know what, fuck it, that spoiled the movie because it's not really spoiled because it's quite obvious that he's gonna get the hand. So when Kong gets the hand, the song plays. That's it. Like, what does it have to do with anything? It's just like something stupid, like movies like don't know what to do. Like, let's just put playlist here and call it a day.
Yeah, Suicide Squad, for example.
Yeah, Suicide Squad. Okay, cut the. All right. Okay.
Suicide Squad is just a bunch of songs that people love, right? Like from Queen and all that.
Yes.
Like obvious historical and impactful songs, but they just play it. Okay, next scene, next music, next scene, next music, next music. They abrupt cuts, and they have no rhyme or reason
And
for them to appear.
it doesn't follow, like it doesn't have, yeah, let's have a reason that at least, you know, the model that they're trying to replicate, which is James Gunn's Guardians of the Galaxy movies. The soundtrack meant to replicate, I mean, to capture the zeitgeist of the era of music that Peter Quill didn't get to experience. That's the point of it, like moving eras of music. Because yeah, he's been kidnapped since a kid, so he doesn't get to experience like the wonderful world of music up to the era where he was kidnapped. So the music makes sense, and and it also like ties into to the life of or
Peter
emotional roller
Quill,
coaster of what Peter Quill is going through. It's just
of how he like he loves his mother, but he
yes,
couldn't say goodbye to her.
yes,
How he never met his father and the resentment that he felt for him
yes,
without even admitting to it.
yes,
Very deep unsolved issues. He was never able to like talk about all that until he met Gamora, right?
yeah,
So the music captures the mood and the roller coaster that is the life of Peter Quill. You know?
yes,
Or if you can't do playlists like that, you can go for the typical scoring route.
Yeah, why
Like
not?
when you do like Interstellar that get Hans Zimmer and everything, that even though like it's not one of the best combos out there. I mean, Hans Zimmer was kind of sleeping in the organs, you know. I stole a joke, by the way. Like
I know.
what was it? The honest trailers.
Oh yeah, he was sleeping on the organs
Yeah.
while he was doing Interstellar.
Uh, and, and then, you can do it like in Terbaik dari Langit.
Okay,
There's a
huh?
movie called Terbaik dari Langit, or the dumb international name Nova. There's a band, Pita Hati. And they just look at the screen, they play live. They play the music while they look at the scene. So it straight up retell the story, the screenplay in music form.
And that's the score.
Yeah. So you either do the typical score or you do playlist. But when you do playlist, just because you do playlist, you don't just press play. You need to DJ this thing. You need to curate. And you need to make sure that it adds to all the mood. There is like a bunch of songs like the darkness. Like I believe in love, whatever.
Oh yeah,
What's
I
that
believe
song?
in a thing called love. Yeah,
The
the
thing called
darkness.
love. Like there's a scene where there's like a bunch of like mass shooting by the space cowboy
And
character.
then there's a bunch of like, I think very like maxi kind of like vibe to it. So they put thunder, thunderstruck. You know?
Yeah, it matches. The
Yeah.
Fall Guy really knows how to use playlist well.
Yes.
And yeah, then they're not scores, but the fact that they can curate well and they can play stuff that just fits all the mood, that just fits the scenery, fits what the character is doing, that tells the story, right? You see that thing, when people do music, like people take away the sound from the ET goodbye scenes towards the end, and it takes
Mm.
away the mood.
Yeah.
Arguably, but to me, I think it didn't take away all the mood. But the thing is, music was supposed to enhance
Yes.
the story. It's not supposed to tell you how to feel, but at the same time, it gets with the vibe of how you're feeling.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
This movie, yeah, in
Gets
terms
it.
of the music,
They get it.
they get it too.
They get it.
On top of everything else, they get music too. Okay. And then another thing that you can like kind of believe when it comes to the action, and this is outside of the stunts. Dude, of course he can be John Wick because stuntmen have to do the John Wick part. You know the
Yeah.
people that John Wick fight, those are stuntmen as well.
Yes.
Like they need to learn how to actually do these things. They actually fight.
Yep.
This movie did something funny where in the beginning they recreate famous and stunt scenes.
No, I don't think they recreate. What they did
No, I
is,
think they recreate.
no. Here's what I think. What they did. I mean, most of the shots are from the movies that they they were doing some snippets from. But the moment the moment where they recreate the part where I think where the moment the camera cuts and then the stuntman,
Yeah, so
that was recreated.
no, but that's the thing. There was a scene in Nobody
Or that was
where Odin Kirk was thrown out of the window.
Oh.
If you know about Nobody, it's one of those movies where they take a random actor who are not supposed to be action people, then they do their own action, they do their own stunts. So Odin Kirk, if I'm not mistaken, he does all his own stunts
Okay.
in that movie. So that was the joke.
Okay. So
Like
that,
they pretending as if like a stuntman did that part, but only for the sense of Nobody, right? But throughout, there are other scenes or other movies where the actors didn't do the stunts themselves. The stuntmen do it. But that was a joke right there. I find that funny.
Yeah.
and there's like a fine scene with Ryan Gosling and Winston Duke,
Yes.
which
Yes.
involve like involve
With
props.
Props and Chekhov's sticky notes.
Oh god,
Chekhov's sticky notes.
so good, man.
That was so good.
I mean, the whole movie is about a stupid MacGuffin.
yeah.
Again, not original at all, but how they go about it, how they go to get that the MacGuffin that makes the movie so much fun.
Yeah.
The movie just keeps moving, so like he has to come back and then fix his love life, and then he has to do stunt work.
Yes.
And then he has to go do something that is off the books. It's like kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
facing the criminal underbelly, and then he has to go back to work while pretending nothing happens. It's like
Yeah.
it never ends.
Oh
Cole
god.
Sivers, as soon as he came back, like there is a never a dull moment, and that is felt throughout.
Yeah.
The pacing is done so well, and funnily enough, the movie also give me the vibes of Big Fat Liar.
Big Fat Liar is another Hollywood
Yeah, it stars Frankie Muniz.
Hollywood spoof movie, yeah.
Was it like Amanda Bynes? Was it
Amanda Bynes, yeah.
Amanda Bynes? And
Paul Giamatti.
Yes. Okay, you see what that's what that was like a, is it 90s, early 2000s?
Early
classic?
2000s.
Early 2000s classic. Yeah, guys, it's so fun.
I
And
think I watched it too many times that I can
yeah,
count.
that is also kind of a meta movie.
Yeah.
And this movie has a lot of energy, you know, from that movie and Tropic Thunder.
Yes.
Like clear inspiration. Okay, maybe I'm just guessing because we're Big Fat Liar, but Tropic Thunder, that's too obvious, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's the fourth part, comedy.
the comedy, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for people who loves action, people who love stunts, people who love romance, and people who love comedy.
Yeah.
For these four types of people, this movie.
Yep. So yeah, seriously. I mean, if you have the time and you have some cash to burn, go watch this movie in the cinemas, please, in the cinemas, because these people work hard on their stunts. So you need to see all their hard work in full big screen glory.
Yeah.
Please do.
Like I don't just say this stuff lightly, and sometimes it feels like I'm a boy that cries wolf. But when it comes to lying, it's like when it comes to like, oh, watch this movie is good. Oh, watch this movie, this is great. This is the best movie ever. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not exaggerating. He does his own thing. He watched Rebel Moon the other day. You can check out that TikTok. Um, I very much, even though I try to do this movie criticism thing, I would very much only want to watch good movies from now on. If I stumble upon bad ones, I'm gonna shit on it. But for the most part, I want to watch great ones. And from the last time we talk about the movie Abigail, and I give it an 8.6, and I think it's a fun watch. And that's all I meant. I'm not saying it's the best movie ever, but when it comes to this movie, I really do think it deserves a 10 out of 10. Not because it's perfect. Yeah, it has flaws, but while you watch it, you have no reason to hate it. There's every part of it that is great.
Yes.
It's so much fun. Like, dude, we've been getting bangers from Sheriff to Abigail, and now to this. It gets better and better. Like, literally, for my score at least, it was 8.6, and now it's a 10 out of 10. And this is, unlike Abigail and Sheriff, it's a must watch in the cinema. That's the whole point. It's a love letter to stunt people, to stunt men, and to their fans. And you cannot, you know, it's like you watching Mission Impossible. Like, it's kind of dumb if you watch Mission Impossible for the first time not in the cinema.
Yeah.
You have to Maverick, Top Gun Maverick, some movies like Ford versus Ferrari.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
all
Ford
the
versus
sound
Ferrari.
effect and all of that. These are the kinds of movie that if you do not have high budget, like we don't. You know, that's why we want to do this, because sometimes
Yeah, we got this for free.
we got free tickets, right?
Yeah.
And at the same time, when we like, even like movies that we kind of end up not enjoying that much, like the King Kong movie, the latest one,
Yeah.
that is not -1. Anyway,
God.
yeah, it was like those kinds of movies is when sounds collide, the big budget stuff, like the set pieces, the white screen, the loud noises, the pyrotechnics and all that. Like, to watch it on a small screen, the TV or your laptop for your first watch, at least, it is like you rob yourself out of like the experience that you want. You don't want to watch Fury Road on a small screen for the first time. Like, Dude, what are you doing?
No, don't. That's a sin for
Like,
moviegoers.
vote for Fury Road to come out again and watch Fury Road for the first time. Like, dude, go watch Frozen in the cinema. Go watch Lord of the Rings in the cinema. So you have to watch this again. 10 out of 10 for me. The Fall Guy, go watch it in cinemas. Must watch in the
Yeah,
cinemas.
and it's funny that you should mention Ford versus Ferrari because this is essentially also an underdog story. Both of them are underdogs. Johnny Moreno from like a small time crew to a big director, and Ryan Gosling is trying to go big with his stunts more and more and more and more. Like starting from like yeah, that's all he does, and then for the directorial debut of Johnny Moreno, he does all the biggest stunts, and getting more recognized even more. Hopefully, in the story universe, I hope he gets more recognized the character. And just like what was this very yeah, I say it's an underdog story where everyone has to work from the from below to get to what they want. It's a spirit of like trying to be something better out of not by from starting from the bottom doing nothing. All of that. It's very nice. I don't want to go too much on this because I might sound cheesy. So yeah, if it's not surprise, the way I'm saying this, I'm also giving it a 10 out of 10.
You do not have to watch this movie. You don't have to watch any movie.
Yeah.
It's all just entertainment. But if you do, make sure you watch this one. It's a must watch in the cinema.
In the Fall Guy. Watch the Fall Guy in cinemas. Yeah. Go ahead. Peace out.
I was meant for loving you, baby. You were meant